Coming up today, we're chatting with Oli and Louis from Lime Cordiale.
Newcastle was the first place that we came out from
Sydney.
the northern beaches.
And I'll tell you about Gab's Hottest 100. Produced on Awabakal and Warramai land, this is The Good Stuff powered by BYD on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The good stuff.
Over 400 Aussie breweries have beers nominated in this year's Gab's Hottest 100 Craft Beer Countdown, and two of our local breweries have made the list. Shout Brewing Co.'s Mullet Pale Ale took out number 66 on the list, and Modus Brewing scored the number 67 spot with their Modus Cerveza. These tasty bevies obviously should have been higher, but you can try them for yourself and check out the rest of the list by heading to newcastlelive.com.au. Good. Last week, the Beaches held a surprise gig headlined by Lime Cordiale to launch their brand new live music series, Homegrown. Homegrown will put the spotlight on local musos each Thursday, and once a month, they will play host to an epic gig headlined by some of Australia's biggest acts. To celebrate the launch, we're joined by Louis and Oli from Lime Cordiale. I want to start off by asking about Pedestal, your latest single. It's such a ripper, like you guys always come out with brilliant tunes, but can you tell me what kind of direction you were feeling?
Yeah, like we wrote that, I think with, mind blank. What's his name, an English bloke?
Pedestal?
That was kind of inspired by the driviness. There's that war on drugs thing, which kind of like we always reference whenever there's something drivey.
Oh, Sam Fender.
Sam Fender.
I think you said we wrote it with Sam Fender.
No. But we, that'd be sick. I've been mad. But no, Sam Fender kind of inspired that, and I'm stoked. Probably one of my favourite songs of ours.
Yeah, and is that leading up to like a big drop, an album or an EP?
Yeah, we've got an album. I mean, it's been done for a bit.
Yeah.
But
the classic thing where you finish an album and then you're like sitting on it for a while whilst management and label sort out a little game plan, and Louis finishes the artwork and
you
all
get
that sort of thing.
sick of it for
you get sick of it, and then you're kind of into the album again by the time it gets released, because you're at that point where you haven't really listened to it for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like you guys are just sitting around. Like, you've been touring heaps. You've just been practicing for a bit.
Yeah.
What have you discovered through that, little time away to just get it all back together?
It's funny having even a month off. I think we've had a month off is the longest we've had in so long.
Yeah.
And you feel so unproductive.
Super rusty.
I just feel like in that month you're like, oh God, we should be doing something. We need to be working or like touring or...
Yeah.
We're not very great at chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we always make things like way more difficult for ourselves by packing in the day with other things, such as trying to do some filming and making a bloody documentary, or trying to meet up with songwriters or write songs and make little films. It's just stupid. Louis will do a whole bunch of lino cutting on the bus. Just pack in the schedule.
The best thing about it is
ages.
that you have an excuse to get away from people, and it takes so long. So you're like, oh, I've got to actually do some lino. I can't come and hang out today. And
the best thing is that you just piss off for a while.
Fuck you. Working on the artwork for the band, and so you get 48 hours to sit in your room and get in your head.
Yeah.
So what's it like, if you...
Is that just spilling all over the floor?
Sorry, I'll clean that up in
Fizzy.
a sec.
It's going all flat.
What's it like going from, being in your room for 48 hours to being out on stage in front of thousands of people?
I think I like... oh God, I'm pretty sick at the moment. I like the contrast. I think it's sort of you're in your head when you're in your room, and then when you get out in front of people, it's a good time to get weird, and sort of maybe it just builds up when you're in the room and sitting in front of a block of lino for a week or...
Gets really comfortable after a while. Being on stage and playing feels it's almost like a safe space. It feels like a cliched answer. Like I reckon I've heard people say that a lot, but probably I think there's some truth in it in the way that you like get out and you it's just fun because you're playing the songs that you wrote and you're playing them with your best friends, and then you're just all looking at each other and smiling and having a great time, and you just sort of like get into this weird like space where you can just muck around and the audience sometimes just disappears, and then you're just kind of having a dance in this, like, often you're thinking about weird shit, even when you're singing in the middle of a verse. You're just
what kind of weird shit?
I don't know, like, sometimes it's mundane, like what I'm going to cook tomorrow. And then other times you're like, I don't know, you're thinking about, I guess maybe parts of what you're singing, or thinking about, like, what's happening around you, and I don't even know. Like, you just start to have a little trip.
You do zone out in a great way.
That's when the show's the nicest. You just get weird, and you just fully zone out.
I want to know, because you're such well-seasoned, touring artists, so spicy. What would you like to see change in the Oz music industry?
I feel like festivals seem to be having like a super hard time at the moment. Just like so many festivals pop up and then get cancelled. Like, it'd be nice for whatever it takes for more government funding or whatever for these festivals to I read an article recently, like Cause He Lives, the cost of livings happened, but also people have maybe slowed down buying tickets since COVID, and there's this like seesaw type effect where people aren't really buying tickets fast enough, but then costs are like doubled, and so they're just getting slammed. Other than that, I think there could be a bit more support maybe on mainstream radio and that sort of thing to be supporting this huge music culture that we have. Like, we have massive music export. Like, as soon as you go overseas, everyone's like, man, Australian music's just like so top notch. And then but like every musician in Australia is like, struggles hard.
I have to ask about this gorgeous building that we're sitting in, because this is kind of the kickoff of the revitalisation of the beaches, which is pretty awesome to have you guys here for it. What's your experience been like so far?
Well, it's still a little bit under construction, but I mean, we played here, right? Like,
we played here maybe 7 years ago or something. I think we played in the Pokies room out the back.
Yeah, right.
And it was great. Maybe there weren't that many people there, but it was a good time. Like, I mean, this building is pretty beautiful. Like, you drive past this building, you're like, what the hell is that thing? I want to live there. Or I want to play in it, whatever.
Yeah, it's how's the manager of this place or the owner used to live up in this space overlooking the ocean. It's psycho.
Do you reckon this is his bedroom right here?
I think it was.
Surely.
Ooh.
So beautiful.
So good, but it's
couple old tissues around there. Yucky.
They've like kept they've kept the old school vibe. They haven't like done this disgusting
no. It's
like McMansion sort of renovation. It's like, it's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
It's good just being overlooking the beach the whole time.
I mean, it's pretty amazing that they've really put in a music venue here.
Yeah.
You got to be stoked with that. You see so many. I mean, my favourite pub growing up was going to the Stain in Manly, and upstairs was this place called the Moonshine. And that was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was free shows 4 nights a week, and it was the best. It was the best thing ever. And then someone came in and renovated the top floor and fucked it. Yeah. And now it's not a.
It's all white and glistening and
glass, and they don't have. I mean, they rarely have bands in there.
Yeah. So it's great when like a venue renovates and there's like a big a big space there for music. Like that's in the priority list.
Yeah. Definitely. Any memorable moments in Newcastle, like from previous tours?
Newcastle was the first place that we came out from Sydney. The Northern Beaches. We played on the Northern Beaches, and then...
Pre-Sydney? Nah.
We might have done like 1 or 2 shows in the city.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know, there was it the Northern? Great Northern. Great Northern.
Yeah.
So they would do like free gigs, and like that's the best thing for a band when you're like trying to get in front of an audience.
Yeah.
You know? Play there and like no one knows who you are, and you just gotta like try and work it. And we did that. Must have played there like 5 times. Stayed upstairs on like stained, gross little mattresses, and
It was amazing.
It was so perfect, you know. So we would, it was like really good memories. Played at the Cambridge a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Did a
and
couple of house parties
played
as
here.
well.
Yeah,
Did
cool.
we?
Yeah, we did.
That's See, like house parties is a thing that I miss. We should get back into a house party tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my mum's gone away for the weekend.
Yeah, let's fucking rock.
Let's go!
Perfect.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
Thanks for
spending some
having
time with
us.
us. It's been
Newcastle,
sick.
Nui.
Louis.
The good stuff. That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a big thank you to Oli and Louis and the rest of the Lime Cordiale crew. If you want to see the extended chat, you can check it out by heading to the Newcastle Live app or hitting the YouTube channel. Thanks heaps for joining us. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe or give us a like or comment or whatever you can do. And we'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.